Hey, hope everyone's doing well. This video, I'm announcing that we're releasing some songs on this channel. So one song I already released, and it's a song that I wrote. It's called I'll Be Free, and I'll put a link in the description. And at the end of this video, Beth will be releasing a song also very soon. And so for now, those will be the two songs we're releasing on this channel, but we're going to work on more also for the future at some point. So I want to talk about what the song that I wrote, I'll Be Free, means to me. It's about how on the radio, internet, TV, other sources, there's a narrative about how you need these products or services, or that these will really have a beneficial, meaningful impact on your life, when in reality, they could just be very distracting, or they could just be an unnecessary financial expense. So it's all about contentment and also gratitude, really showing gratitude for what you already have instead of trying to go after what things you could get. And so I didn't go into any specific examples of this, but I will now in this video. So the last time that Beth went to the dentist, she was told that she had 2 cavities. So the recommendation was, of course, that you fill these cavities, right? But being in tune with her own body the way she just was very questionable about that. It didn't make sense to her that she had 2 cavities, right? So she went to get a second opinion, and the dentist that she went to, sure enough, said, you don't have any cavities. But it's interesting that they don't throw each other under the bus. Instead they just say, like, well, his opinion was that you had cavities, where my opinion is that you don't have cavities, and we're both entitled to our opinions, but I'm telling you that I don't think you have any cavities. And it's interesting that, like, he really couldn't even find where these other 2 supposed cavities were. And so here's the big problem with this is nothing that should be a matter of opinion. Whatever it was that this other dentist saw, it was obviously so small that it was very likely that the body would have remineralized these teeth on their own, right? So if they're trying to deny that the body has the capability to remineralize teeth, then they're totally going against science. So this is the problem with that. So they're going against science, and they're trying to promote this service of, oh, get these cavities filled. And again, there's risk associated with this if it's an unnecessary medical intervention. So we've got a lot of these unnecessary medical interventions, and that's really a big one, because when you're talking about a medical intervention, I mean, this is something that's worse than just, well, you're spending money unnecessarily. This is something that has side effects and risks associated with it. So that's a big one, but really this idea goes across all industries. And just as another example of this, something that just happened to me. So an AT&T salesman, a couple of them, came to my door, and 2 young ladies, they were nice, and they were trying to sell AT&T fiber service to me. And so they asked me, how much are you paying for your current internet bill? And I told them, and they said that, well, they didn't have anything that was that affordable offered by AT&T. And they said, well, wow, you have a really amazing deal. And I told them, well, no, not really. I have the basic plan. I think it's called the Express plan. And I know that it's good enough for me. It works for everything that I want to do. I can stream with it. And Beth's always on her phone doing things tied up to the internet that way. It's good enough for that. So it's good enough for everything we do. And this service has been offered for a long time, and it's still offered. If you went to the website of my current internet supplier, right? You can see right on their website that the price for internet service that I said was a real thing. So what she told me is that she's been going door to door asking my neighbors how much they're paying for internet, and that none of them have the low rate that I have. So either AT&T is instructing their salespeople to lie, which in this case is not what I think is going on, or it is actually true that none of my neighbors have the basic express internet plan. But what I do not believe, what I do not think could be true, is that the basic express internet plan isn't sufficient for any of my neighbors. I cannot believe that all my neighbors require the premium internet plans with the way that they use their internet data. Now, another thing that she told me was that she has integrity in the things that she says to consumers. And my comment on this is that salespeople really aren't in the best position to be determining whether the things that they're saying have integrity. It would really be other people who are coming from a less biased place who would be in a better position to say that. And the reason is that they're getting all of their information, and really all their research is coming from the same place, right? In this case, it's AT&T. Would this salesperson be willing to look at the website of the competition to see whether what I told her was true? Now, if she would be willing to do that, I mean, that would be good. I'm not sure that she would be willing to look at the website of the competition. So this is another example of how they're trying to sell people more than what they actually need or even might be able to use based on their circumstances. And AT&T especially, because AT&T doesn't even offer the option to be able to have a basic express internet plan. So another example of this is 5G, because really the salespeople for these 5G phones should be going over what the actual uses are, as far as this is what the 5G technology enables you to be able to do precisely that you wouldn't be able to do with just 4G. And then with that knowledge, then they should give the consumer the opportunity of, do you want to take on the added risk of not knowing the unknown effects, the side effects long term of 5G radiation and what it could do to you long term, being that you may not be actually utilizing any of these features that 5G is allowing you to be able to do. So again, it's another example of selling you something and having you take on the health risks of something that you may not need or even want to really be using. So these are just a few examples of what I'm talking about in my song. I could just go on and on and on, but that would get exhausting. But I do think, especially with the whole dental situation, I may come out with future videos on that, because that just is really crazy. And we're looking forward to Beth coming out with her song, so we'll be looking forward to that. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Please like, comment, subscribe. All those things really help out. And hope you have a great day, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.